can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel in these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game, it's sort of a freight train. It's been reported back rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam for Sunday, May the 5th, Cinco de Mayo today. And, of course, it'll be a big day for NHL Game 7. The home team, Vegas Golden Knights, in action against the Dallas Stars. We'll preview the hockey, including Game 1, Carolina taking on the Rangers, and of course, NBA starts it off today. Solo game. And, well, you know, if you're the NBA, you have the big Game 7 between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. What do? You stick it on at 1 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon East Coast time. That seems like a good idea. So we'll talk about it. At least the spaces the games out gives us one after another in the playoffs today. How to go for you folks in the playoffs yesterday, and what'd you think of Game 1, Minnesota and Denver yesterday? Minnesota got off to a pretty good start. Do you think maybe fatigue was Denver's issue in the game? Do you think Minnesota is really better than Denver? Can they extend the series a little bit? We're getting text here. We're getting blown up at 6 in the morning Vegas time here in windy Vegas and a chilly Vegas, not freezing cold, but I think it's supposed to be like the lowest temperature ever for a May 5th. I don't know what that means. I don't think it's, freezing over or anything, but just for the date itself. Anyways, are they good enough? Are the Wolves good enough? How about Baby Jordan, 39 points? There, they used to call Harold Miner Baby Jordan, actually. I don't know. Didn't someone say that about Edwards, though? He certainly looks like he could carry a team in the playoffs. And a big day for Edwards and the Wolves. Like I said, hey, I came in late with a premium on Denver. I wasn't thinking clearly, maybe. I don't know. Remember, on the show, I said I got a futures on the Wolves here. Still think that Denver's experience could be a factor. But was it the series against the Lakers? Even though, it wasn't an extended series, I was just thinking that maybe because of the nature of the games with the Lakers. That's all I was thinking there, because Minnesota certainly has had some time to think about what they were going to do. And good day yesterday. So Toronto and Boston thriller 2-1. Boston gets the win with Pasternak getting that goal, and the Bruins move on in a thriller. Toronto was great, but they got their goal, and the Bruins came right back and got their goal just minutes later. And that it just, when you see that, right? You see that so often, and it just feels like that is going to be the team that gets the deciding goal. Big day in baseball. The unders didn't come crashing through like they did yesterday. There were teams with a lot of low scores, but the few teams that did put up runs put up big runs. 4 teams had like football scores, as I called them, last night. And we did have some winners, though, here yesterday with 4 premium winners in baseball. Maybe we'll get it on track here. Red Sox Twins under, we won. We also won the play here on the morning steam. Also a double winner. We had Seattle and Houston game to go under. We had the Mariners here on the show. Well, I'll keep you updated on the steam that's come rolling in here so far today. Guess what? It's mostly on the unders here, and you're going to hear some numbers that you won't we're really getting low. Again, it's still going low, you guys. Even I'm ready to start. If I like a game that over, right, it moves a little bit under, that's going to put me a little bit more stronger. I'm not going to go all on unders, even though we've been hitting a lot of unders, but still these numbers are moving lower. I mean, one game has a 6/20 on it today. Last I saw. So we had premium with the Oakland Athletics, winners of 6 in a row, by the way. Who's on Las Vegas Athletics here? 6 in a row. They're 500 team. Brent Rooker, homered twice in one inning. You'll see that every day. It's only happened 60 times, but uh, he gets the 2 home runs. How about my guy Luis Ariz for the Padres? We had the Padres here on the show. I said I don't know if he's going to make it to. Not only did he make it to the game, he went 4 for 6 and scored a couple of runs. 4-4-6. Twins win their 12th in a row. They haven't done that uh, since 1991. So when you see things like that happening, you think maybe this team has a little magic in it. Well, White Sox over the Cardinals with that weird rain delay, the 3 hours and 4 minutes, and they come back, and that was the rain delay, not the game time. They came back and had 4 pitches, and the game was over. Pirates over the Rockies, 1-0. How about rookie Jared Jones? We uh, gave out the under as our premium play in that game, and the uh, Dodgers smashed the Braves 11-2 with Muncy with 3 home runs. John Means looked good in his start for the Orioles. And UFL, I think we'll give out the plays today. We kind of missed our chance yesterday with a couple of games. So let me get your comments and get started and get going here with the show. Thank you for coming in today. Got a couple dozen of you in here right now, and I want to see who's here and who won. There's Brent. He's talking about it, all those wins. Curtis is here as well. Futon Bets. Let's do it. I feel like I'm in a pretty good group. I went 3-0 in soccer. I went 2-0, 2-1 with my UFC premium picks yesterday, including Josie Aldo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, it was a good fight, but Aldo was a dog in front of that Brazilian crowd. And hey, you know what? I said something on my podcast. It got a little bit of traction this week when I had. My podcast, VB's podcast. I'm the host, but the analysts come on there and I ask questions sometimes, try to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. I said, hey, do you think there'll be over or under 10 Brazilian winners at UFC 301? And both panelists said that they thought that it might go over that number, but it might be a good number. There were 14 fights at the time. And Bet Online did issue a early number on it at 7.5. It was immediately bet up to 8, but then a fight was canceled and it was pulled from the board. I don't even know if they brought it back. 10 fighters won out of the 13 fights. 10 Brazilians won the fight card. So maybe I had some winners last night, let's just say, in the UFC, rolling with the Brazil. I mean, hey, the promotions in Brazil, if anything, it's not a good job by the matchmakers, right? Yeah, you're appeasing the crowd. You probably should have a mix of winners and losers, right? But nonetheless, you got to play to the crowd. You don't want to come back. Let's have a great day with Brazil, Brazil. So, uh, but there were a few fights that did end other ways, and Anthony Smith kind of looked pretty special last night. The veteran came up with a huge victory, as only Anthony Smith could. Okay. Thomas like and smash here, folks. Dre is here. Doubles is here today. Fernando's here. That makes me immediately get going with our soccer coverage. Today, we're already well underway on the card. I've already seen a couple of games come final here that I watched, including Cagliari and Lecce with an easily predictable 1-1 tie. I'm sure that Fernando had the 1-1 tie with Cagliari. I mean, that just seemed like an automatic. And Thomas says, look about the rain here. Is that going to be ruining our baseball? Is that what it is? So, it's funny, Thomas, and I don't want to, because I was wrong. So I'll talk about a losing bet here on the show. But Uh, and I'm talking about my futures bet, of course, on the Minnesota Timberwolves to win the NBA championship, but also I placed a bet on Anthony Edwards to be the MVP at the beginning of the season. Well, he wasn't, obviously, but kind of is in a way right now. One of the a pretty good player here at this point. So yeah, got it wrong, but I mean, right now in the scope of where the playoffs are, Anthony Edwards is one of the elite players in the world right now. Unquestionably, 40 points. Okay, and a Canelo fight last night as well. Maybe took a back seat, of course, to UFC 301. Yeah, when you got a $5 favorite, Canelo still can attract. His press conference got more attention this week than the fight. It felt like so. Pereira, we'll see. You gotta be careful, right? Was it Pereira? You guys are better than this than me. He had the who had the flying kick that was half illegal, but no problem. Rays here yesterday had it rough. That's okay. We got it going here. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well. I'm on top of the leaderboard for once, and so maybe I can build off that, take a victory lap, and get going here because I need a big day. I need about 3 or 4 big days right now to kind of cover up some of the uh, NBA here of late, and no problem. I mean, it just seems like we've had those wrong. You don't want to ever say the wrong play on the right show, or wait, the right play on the show in the premium, whatever. You're trying to win them all, so just try to put my premium as the best play. Come on with the show with the next play, and because I think I can predict everything and I'll try to do so today. How about one match in tennis today with Andre Rublev? He's like a 220 favorite against Felix Auger Aliassime FAA, and I'm going to take FAA plus 3.5 today. We got it wrong with Iga yesterday. Sabalenka took her to 3 sets. Great job by Sabalenka. Thought maybe Sabalenka wasn't quite in enough condition to the way Iga was just rolling everybody over here on the clay, but certainly Sabalenka, big effort yesterday. And how about the Kentucky Derby? Who had it? Who had it? Who had the winner yesterday with uh, uh, Saint Dan? Yeah, there's only 30 horses in the race. Mystic Dan paid $39 to win. Sierra Leone, one of the top favorites there. Take a look at this, though. This is one thing that and I thought I gauged it, and I said, hey, look for the 15 and the 17 to get out there. But if you really look at it here with the field, and again, this field rated lower than many fields, it just wasn't because of what I said about the Baffert horses here in this one, but uh, just some of the standards to accumulate the points. They need a little revamping, maybe here. Maybe they just didn't have, they didn't maybe have the stars. You don't get the stars anymore in the 3-year-old fields necessarily. The big Browns of the world coming in, but notice that in the final results, right, in a huge field distance traveled has to be one of the most important factors in a horse race. And the one hole is garbage. We know that sometimes, right? So the 2, the 3, and the 4 finished in the top 4 in the huge field of the Kentucky Derby. It doesn't happen every time, but it is something to consider. I think it is probably something to always consider. James says he thinks FAA has been playing tough. I'm going to take him plus, like I said, plus 3.5 games here. I'll just take him with a little bit of handicap. Maybe you want to grab him plus a set, and maybe he can take it to 3 sets. Looks like a great match, and I think FAA has been playing absolutely terrific right now. For FAA currently, he's won 4 out of his last 5 matches as a dog here in Madrid, and he's also covered the spread in 3 of the last 4, the game spread in 3 of the last 4 matches against Rublev. So I'm going to take him here to cover those 3.5 2.5 games. I certainly got to give him a pretty big chance to hang in here in this one. Rublev's gone over in 5 straight matches against Canadians. Here's Curvin here, and Renault is here today. Says had forever young, forever young. All right. We'll get ready here and go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who was hot, and then we'll start the previews. We only have the 2 games. We'll be out here. We'll do the baseball, of course. A little UFL. What else? Oh, I didn't finish the soccer coverage. Fernando, I'm so sorry. Real quick here. And Cinefigured It Out is here. Great to have Cinefigured Out again back. Great to have you back on the NHL under. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll have an official preview, but I'm going to be probably rolling with a little bit of under action here. I think let me make sure. I don't know. I don't want to give it away here on the show. Stick around, but we're going to get right at it. Let's go over to Tony's. Let me get that soccer coverage. Anyway, pretty big day here on Sunday. So we had one final that I mentioned. We're underway right now. I'm seeing Betis over here, 2-0 lead. Underway in England, scoreless. Brighton and Villa right here in front of us. And Chelsea has a goal against West Ham. Also underway in Italy. Verona on top of Fiorentina early on. And Empoli is taking on Frosinone here. And let's see, I actually have some plays. I'm already on, so I don't know if these are in action. I'm on the under here in this Villa game. I'm also on Verona and the under. And here's one coming up here in 5 minutes between Union Berlin at home against Bochum in that one. Anything there? Let me know. If anything, I was thinking maybe Berlin at home. How about both teams to score? How about BTTS and Berlin and Bochum, you guys? CDV and Villarreal. I've got the over in that one with Celta Vigo and Villarreal. Here, I'm just giving these out. Tottenham and Liverpool. What are you going to do? I mean, I'm thinking I'll still go over 5. Is it 4 goals in that one? But what can you do? I'll probably just take it over in the Liverpool-Tottenham game and Frankfurt and Leverkusen. Nothing official here. See what if you guys have anything. I'm just going to spit these out, and then you guys can come in later, right? But maybe, how about maybe Leverkusen here at home or team total over. Leverkusen team total overs. A thought. I don't know. We're kind of starting a soccer segment. I don't know what to do, but do have and Milan at Milan. I don't have anything there. I don't think. I don't have anything there. Alavs at home against Valencia, and I like the under here. It's going to be 0-0, isn't it? I would think. Heidenheim hosting Mainz, and I've got to think Heidenheim in the under. That's what I'm doing. I've already bet that. So seeing if I just have I do have some plays here for the show, some official show plays. I'm kind of reading off my bet sheet. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Here comes some opinions. Thank you so much, Kay. Appreciate it. Just figure it out. And I do love the fight game, certainly from old school. At my age, that's seems like we like boxing, but really though I don't watch it. I only watch the biggest fights anymore. So that I'm bad on boxing. I think boxing is going to have a little bit of comeback, especially I think the Olympics could be interesting. Here's a prop in basketball. Here's Fernando going under in Frosinone. And I definitely like that one. And I don't know, but I'm probably the captain. The older I've gotten, the softer I've gotten. I promise you that. All right. So let me see. So I've got a couple plays here. I do have one premium play in Major League Soccer. I was all fired up about the soccer card. Maybe that's why I'm reading off some plays. I want to tell everybody what I've got. on a few games here because also I took Juventus today for a half, and but I was like, well, yeah, I went 3-0, woohoo! Had a good day. Go over to Tony'sPicks.com here real quick. There I am, 10-3-1. Three of them were soccer plays, two of them were MMA. So I guess wherever I can get it at this point, that's what I'm doing. But so I was like ready. I'm like, look at this soccer card. It's a nice card. I'm reading you off all the major games today that we cover here at Tony'sPicks.com. But I could only come up with one premium. I did bet quite a few games because I hit not only the premiums yesterday, but hit the card pretty well. So went Juventus here. Lean in the Sevilla game. I'm leaning Sevilla against Granada here. Almira and Rayo. This is a play for me here. I'm going to go under in Almira and Rayo. It's going to be a show play here. Official. Nothing else I gave out. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're all official if I say I'm on it. But just trying to how I can have a segment here. So going to go under there, and my MLS play here on the show is going to be Colorado and NYCFC to go over. Colorado, New York City over in the MLS. So under in Rayo, over in NYCFC are my two official plays here on the show. And I do have a premium on the Galaxy and the Sounders. You know what I think everybody rolled with yesterday? I saw the heavy on Miami, man, and they rolled again with 6 goals. They were pretty popular. Take a look how deep the leaderboard is here at Tony'sPicks.com from yesterday. You got Ronnie Hahn rolling a 5 spot. Great job, Ron, including some dog action in there, plus 5.5 units. Proppy, of course, you're going to get great value when you go with Proppy. You're going to get sides and totals on almost everything, and that gives you great insight. So pick and choose or go with them all. You get to do what you want to do with Probbie. CJ, great day, 67%. OG Cappers, VIP account 3-0. Latifa, 60%. Hollywood Sam won his only play. Daniel Woloschuk won his only play. Tony T, he actually had a loss. That's the big news because Tony's been on a roll right now. I'll show you here. And Nick Lagaretto's 60% as well. Last 7 days. Here you see it. Probably Sam Murdy up 8 1/3 units. EPA there also a good week here with 8 1/4 units. Ron Hahn, great week, over 8 units. Ruben Marlborough, 7 2/3 units. Nick Lagaretto's 7.5 units. Ben Ruhala, he's been the hottest capper here at Tony'sPicks.com, up 27.5 units over the last 30 days. CJ Sturgeon up 15 units. Ruben Marlborough's up 11 units. Bo Dunn up 9 units. Nick Lagaretto's up 6 2/3 units. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine today. And I'm firing on Sunday in the NHL and Major League Baseball. You know what? Game 7 of the NBA Finals. And we are just 3.5 hours away. I'm not going to get there in a premium. Had my ups and downs right now in the NBA playoffs. I want to be right every time, and if I don't have it, it still may come. Maybe I'll have a revelation. I'm going to give you a free play here, hopefully in just a moment in that game. Hopefully you'll give me a play if you're out there. Chad, where are you? And you guys also in the chat, take a look at my plays right here. I got a Sunday 7-pack with the 2 hockey games, actually premiums, where we're doing pretty well. And my MLS Sunday Soccer discount bet, just $15 over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Thanks, everybody, for listening and participating here in the All-Star Chat. And Drew Griego is going to lay down some soccer with us. I knew this would, the soccer it's going to catch because there's just not a lot of, we do have across the street some great soccer coverage, and there's some nice, great handicappers out there. But let's get our all-star chat involved here. Here comes James. He's got his MLS play here in this one in that game. And Jerry Norris talking about Aldo yesterday. And Juan's here. And oh my gosh, here is Liddy Lit. So happy to have Liddy Lit. That is an awesome name. And great that you're here. You don't have to watch the rerun. We haven't started yet on any of the picks. Thanks, Liddy, for being here. Great to meet you. Let's get rolling with our picks for today with the NBA. Give me your picks because I don't know what I'm doing in the NBA. If I'm, we've picked it up a little bit. We've had a few winners here of late, but couldn't get it done yesterday with the NBA game. So let's get your plays in this one. I don't even have a premium at this point. You can talk about the total here, 194. I mean, I would think if a betting show about NBA basketball playoffs, it is actually a little bit higher now, but there's no doubt it was 194, and maybe it's gone back up. Maybe the public's getting involved. Maybe the sharps are starting to hit it back over. But if I'm doing a sports betting show that includes NBA basketball playoffs, I would think one of the headlines would be the total in this game being 195 and a half. Now, it does feel like it's going to be that type of game in game 7 here, especially with these two teams, but how much is your tolerance for how low can you go type of thing here in this one. So I'm going to end up taking the under in this one as my play here on the show. I think it goes under, man. And uh, I mean, I guess is there, what do they say? No margin for error, but it just feels like maybe 190 points could be what we're looking at here finally in this one. With these two teams, if you want to give out your side, that's okay here too. With Cleveland, 3-point favorite. I mean, they're the team that has a little bit more of the playoff experience coming into this one, and the Magic have been great. I think, the Magic, they might be arriving early on their schedule, right, with their young talent. Bancaro has really emerged into a big. I don't know. He is the guy that I thought he would. That I thought we would eventually get. No disappointment from me, and it's only gonna get better. It feels like. Even though the Magic are underdogs, that the Cavaliers have they've kind of underachieved this season a little bit. All those injuries, yeah, it's a factor. But even in this series, I mean, you're really playing the Orlando Magic. You've got the home court edge, and you're in a 7th game. I mean, that's kind of the way it's supposed to go. But nonetheless, it feels like the Magic have been the team that has overachieved, even with their, you know, growing expectations in the future with all that young talent. The 4th youngest team, I think they said, in the league. And hey, I'll take the egg on my face so far with my man, Evan Mobley. He was a big flop in the last game and will need to. Final. It feels like my man Evan Mobley is the key player in this game to a certain extent, because if the Cavaliers are going to win, that player can't have that performance of so poor that he had the 3 points or whatever it was. I mean, yes, you got to have your Mitchell doing something and all these guys. Okay, here we go. Feels like an over here. Kervin said too big of an adjustment. Brent says give me Cavs money line, but he hopes it's the Magic. Andrew says give me the Cavs in the first half in this one. Probably what are they laying? 1.5 or 2, obviously here. R. Tomps. Oh, it's so great to have R. Tomps here. Man, that's been too long. Thank you so much. It's great that you're here joining me and you're back. I've been back for a while, haven't seen you, so really happy to have you in. You are part of team. You are at I can't say OG. That might be copyrighted, but you are Team Steam. We are Team Steam. All right. Hopefully you got your plays in. I'm taking the under, you guys. I'm reserving the side. I'm not going to mention too much, and I don't know if I'm going to get there though on the side. Yesterday, like I said, I'm on the Wolves, but I'm like, I just really love Denver's experience. I was worried, thinking that maybe Denver got extended a little bit. They didn't even win the game. So, hey, Joseph, nice to have you as always. Thank you so much again. I know I keep saying it every time, but you were there with encouraging words. So, all right. That's it. Got 65 of you in here. Here's Fernando on the Cavs. I'll just put it in there. a little bit. Peasies here today. 1, 2, 3. And so I'll grab the under. I'm going under. I mean, I know it's crazy, you guys, and if you want to go over that crazy low number, this is Game 7, and these two teams known for defense. I think that's safe to say. So, JD here talking a little more soccer. Thought we did a good job there. I don't think we'd ever do that on a Saturday, but I think we could do it every other day, but Saturday. And we'll just need a soccer show or something. Maybe Ron Crawford and I could have a soccer show. All right. And thanks, you guys. Oh, here's a magic money line. This feels like it's going to be a good game. Our top says give me under first half in this one. And I'd say the industry cappers are going to be on the Cavaliers here, probably by about, I want to say maybe a 2-1 margin. That I think industry. That's just what I'm guessing. 2-1 margin here for the Cavaliers. Um, I would think. All right. Fernando may have a play here, it looks like, in that West Ham game. All right. Oh, and that's okay. Here we go with we're gonna move to a little bit more here with Dre. Hello, Dre. Okay, let's move to a little bit of hockey here. We've got two very intriguing games today. And again, it'll be NBA first at 1 Eastern. That kind of goes for 2.5 hours later. We go right into game one here, the Hurricanes and the Rangers. And then right into 7:30 Eastern with VGK and Dallas. So we got 3 playoff games back to back to back for an enjoyable day and sprinkling daytime baseball all day. Golf in there. I know, I don't know if it was our time. Someone was asking about golf, and we had some plays on golf. I don't think we hit anything. We gave out on another show. I think we gave out the live final, live score, live players. Okay. I'm just talking because I'm moving things around. Okay. Hurricanes and Rangers here in game one tonight with this one. And the Hurricanes are the slight favorite on the road, even though the Rangers finished with the best record in the league. The Hurricanes are $1.65 favorite to win the series. Okay, whatever. Everyone else, I'm not from Canada. I'm about as far from Canada as you could get, North America. But does seem as a odds person, does kind of seem strange to me that that's the case. And I'm not sure if it's because the Hurricane, maybe they have a little bit more offensive punch. I don't know if they do right now. I mean, where are these guys at this point? Where is Aho at this point? It doesn't seem like he's kind of showing up. Now, Gensel, I think he's starting to pick it up. I think he's starting to build some confidence. I mean, look, Carolina's never been a team that's gone out and, gotten a player like that. But they won the Gensel sweepstakes. Svechnikov has looked pretty good. Jarvis has looked pretty good. But, the Rangers, they've also Trocheck has been unbelievable. And Zibanejad has been pretty good. Kreider. Panarin, maybe he could do a little bit more here, and Fox as well. But I'm going to go with the over in game one. I think, obviously you got elite goaltending here with Igor and Frederick. That's Anderson and Shesterkin. Not in that order, if you didn't know. So I could see why people might want to, maybe consider the under here, game one, but that's kind of why I'm thinking over. I mean, every game is going to be 5.5 here. If this series goes 7 games, I guarantee you game 5 is going to be 5 under 35. A game 7 is going to be 5 under 35. And it might go 7 because these two teams went 7 games back in 2022. The Rangers got them in 7, I believe. Remember that. If you remember that series. Now, Hurricanes were the team that got to the finals last year, losing to Florida. So maybe that kind of goes into it. But $1.65, and the Rangers are the best team in the league. So, uh, where I'm positioned, I'm in a little contest. I think I need Carolina to do something, but it probably goes 7, man. This is a interesting matchup that really is hard to, maybe pin an advantage one way or the other. If anything, I think, look, Hurricanes don't have the home ice advantage, and they're a minus 165 favorite for this series. Interestingly, they're only minus $1.15 for the game. Now, it does kind of make sense because if you're going to win one game and win on the road and you're the slightest of favorites, that does make you a favorite for the series. So that would change everything. But if they won this game, they wouldn't be $1.65 anymore. All right. Here, let's see. Rangers under for 1. Our Tom's saying under. Whoops, I might have got it wrong against you guys. But again, I'm giving my reasonings. I'll be back on the under for sure as this series goes along. In game 1, I'm going to take the over here. Although, game 1 is often a series. Game where under is a strong consideration, and you may not play it as a game, just you might be thinking every game under because of these two teams. I might be looking to go a little bit one way, a little bit the other. Fernando's on the Hurricanes, doubles on the Rangers. I don't know what Thomas's phone is talking about, but I would get kicked off a lot of websites. Okay, here's one on the Rangers, and Drew says, give me Rangers and under. And Mr. North-South chiming in. He's back on that basketball game, but I just want to shout out Mr. North-South. I saw him on another chat room the other day, so he's over. He's, great in the chat. Rangers and under for Darren. Curvin will join me for the over. He says 4-2 Canes. And it's funny. Kind of put myself into a little bit of a, I want to say, I'm in a pool with players with a bunch of, well-known internet handicappers. You might know who they are, and I'm in the running for the prizes with a pretty good team, but I think I would need Carolina to win this series. I'm not fond of $1.65 for a team that, and I like being that kind of guy, right? Oh, Rangers, best record in the league this year. I'm not talking about the curse right now. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the best record in the league, and they are a dog. And I don't think they're a dog because of the curse. I think they're a dog because of, Carolina's success last playoffs. Maybe there should be known, and maybe coming in, right? Maybe the Rangers kind of snuck up to get that best record in a way because Carolina did feel like quietly the best team in a way. But, and again, Carolina kind of falls under the radar. They don't have those marquee, right? Getting a guy like Gensel, that was big. K's on the Rangers. Here's Dre on the under, and everybody likes Rangers and under but me. Well, that's okay. I like standing out from the crowd once in a while, or every day. That's why I'm on here. I love attention. So thank you to 75 of you joining me live here right now for the morning steam. I'll take the over in game 1 here. And I'll tell you this, there has not been a lot of to me market read information on the game. It feels pretty solid here, so I'll just use my handicap. I'm going to go over in this one in game 1. Just think it'll be a little bit less tense here to open things up, even though definitely a little bit of a not a grudge. You just have two good, solid teams. Going to be great series. And again, Carolina, there were a handful of favorites to win the Stanley Cup entering the playoffs. I think if you took a consensus of the lines, Carolina was generally the slightest of favorites over all of the field, but still, most of the teams were 6.5 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1. I mean, you could put 3, 4, 5 teams were in that grouping. Just Carolina did find their way a little bit more to the top. Last game was won by the Rangers at Carolina, 1-0. Carolina won 6-1 at the Garden here back in January, and the only other regular season meeting was won 2-1 at the Garden. Rangers won back in November. All right, Lex, hello. Nice to have you. Scott here with his basketball play. And okay. All right. Trocheck, anytime goal here from K. I'll take that one, K. Trocheck is one of my, he might be my, I think he is my key player in this series as far as my standing in the pool. I need Trocheck to score and nobody else. That would probably work for me. Trocheck, hat trick, and Rangers win 3-0. Okay. Anyway, we'll take the over. Let's go to game 2 now because it's game 7 here in Dallas between the Golden Knights, and they're taking on the Stars here in this one. And well, the Stars are going to get a lot of attention. Look at that $1.55, pretty kind of disrespectful. I mean, Vegas was able to, get that key 6-game victory and force this 7th game. In fact, I don't think it is $1.55 anymore. Bovada $1.60, but the prices are a little bit lower, maybe between $1.40, $45, $1.50 right now for the Stars. Seems like a high price for a game 7 against the defending champs, and the Stars really haven't been. They've been, what can you say? I mean, they've been a disappointment as far as their star line, right? I mean, if you look at Pavelski, okay, maybe he's getting a little long in the tooth. Maybe it is time to go, but that's the line that, is supposed to be making noise, right? With Hintz and Robertson, but that hasn't necessarily been the case. They've had Johnston has been terrific. Heiskanen, Seguin, they have good balance. And from Vegas, I don't know if we've just seen it really here in the playoffs for the most part, but they've had some guys step up here of late with Eichel, with Stone, with Hurdle, and with Hill, of course, in goal. So I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights just as a price play. I think the Stars probably can close them. I mean, game 7 at home, they're always very solid, no doubt, but I don't think $1.55 is the right price. So I'm going to take Vegas. I can't take them on the puck line because that's a ridiculous price. But, I don't think the price is necessarily wrong. I think it's actually a good price, but I'm not going to sit here and recommend it to you. I may end up finding a way to take the Golden Knights, at minus the ridiculous price because it does, feel like a 1-goal game, but I just feel like the price is too high. I think Vegas can win the game on a turn of a play here in this one. We'll see. I think the key may be what happens with the power play situation. If you keep it even, I think that might be what Vegas needs here to stay in the game. You talk about game 7s. I've got the total as my premium, of course. So we've already talked about the way game 7s go. You might know the way I'm going, but Vegas plus 1.5 minus 215. I'll just have to recommend the money line because I just think $1.30 is too good to pass up in a game like this. Darren says, give me the VGK and the under. And Brent says Stars, not going to play it sounds like. Dre on the under. Alex says no goal first 10. And Fernando under first period. Doubles has a premium. He says he'll take Vegas on the puck line, right? And that's the thing, Doubles. I mean, there are only so many options when playing a game like this, right? Especially when you look at, right? So, but even minus 210, 215, I don't think it's terrible. You can only play it one way or the other, and you could always play half on the money line, half on the puck line. Thomas says under. Our Tom's going under. Drew Griego, give me the over in the first After take a victory lap, Ron. Nice to see you today. And Kay says maybe the Golden Knights can get it done. And the Golden Knights, that's not my, why I'm playing them. Well, maybe just a little bit. I'm hearing the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas, Stone, ATG. I'll take that one too. Ron says, give me the stars on the money line. And Nathan says he's got the first period under. And Brent, thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you. All right. That's going to do it for the hockey today. And we'll go to baseball here. Should be a great card. I really like the card. We smashed it pretty good here on the show yesterday, I thought, with our plays and the premiums. We did go 4-1-1 in our premiums, but we had winners here on the show. Brewers, Cubs, over a show winner yesterday. We did have the Padres here on the show yesterday as well. Also gave out a show winner yesterday here, Mets and the Rays under. So fun day with Major League Baseball. We already talked about some of those highlights from yesterday with some of those games. So, all right, let's roll it though and just get these plays out there and get your picks ready, get your scores, get your pens, rotation orders, and apps ready. Thomas is ready to go on the Guardians. Ron says A's lit them up yesterday. And once again, so I think the premise of today's baseball segment is the totals are still running low to the under, even though yesterday, I'm talking about not if they're going over and under, because it was a mixed bag actually yesterday, but the numbers here today are continuing to run lower. We are dealing on a Sunday. It is officially kind of a getaway day. That's what Sunday is. Getaway day more is kind of the weekday game to a certain extent because you play the day games, in the week. Sunday they're day games because it is the same premise. But okay, let's get rolling here. It's still getaway day. I'm just kind of saying it's a little bit, the weekday game is a little bit different because sometimes it's on a Wednesday, sometimes it's on a Thursday, and it can be a night or a day game. Thursday, Sunday, we know what it is. When you play everybody plays a day game on Sunday, except for the Sunday night game. Here we go, Rockies and Pirates with. Why are they doing it with Feltner and Falter? They should have talked to each other. They should not do this with Feltner and Falter. I can't get it right. All right. We got Feltner here for the Rockies going up against Falter for the Pirates. I hope I got it right, actually, here with these two. All right. For the Rockies, Felter here comes in with an ERA of 3.21 currently, but 6.75 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's gone over in all 5 starts so far with Colorado, but a couple games were in at home, and Rockies have lost 25 of 33, of course. Falter comes in with a 1.97 ERA, but 3.68 in his last 4 starts here. Had 2 really hot outings, I think, to get started this season, but Pirates have gone under in 12 of their last 13 games, everybody, and the Rockies have gone under in 15 of their last 22. So actually, this was going to be a premium, and I think I just blew it. Not that I blew it. I was going to make it a premium, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just roll with it on the show to get started. But I really do like this under today, and it's only gone lower here. Let me see. The 8s might be gone, actually. Let me get the odds screen up here. Okay, 8 under 20 at circa, but everywhere, and 8 under 20. Looks like all the Vegas books are still hanging in 8 under 20, but looks like the offshores are already at 7.5. So we better be true to the country here, and maybe it's already gone down to 7.5. I'll take the under here with Feltner and Falter in this one. these teams are producing unders here, certainly so far this season, as we said. And again, pressure to the under, man. All these totals have gone down. This one, the high point here was 8.5 under 22. That got hit. So really, oops, I got a little typo there. Let me make sure I get it just right, though. Nonetheless, I mean, it still moved down a good run and a half here. It feels like, or a full run, almost a full run, three-quarters of a run. I think that's be safe to say right there. Three-quarters of a run here. I like the under. I'll stop talking. I like the under a lot, and maybe only because maybe that's just it too. Just the lines move quite a bit, so maybe that's why I can't get premium out of it. I don't know if you guys are, if you buy runs ever. I do in baseball. I buy it to 8. I'll buy it to 8.5. I don't care. I want to win. All right, here we go. That's on sometimes when the line, but you don't want to lay too much juice. You know how it goes. Everything's different. Pirates for 1. James says under. Thomas under. Double says Pirates run line. Rockies for Darren. Leroy passes. And all right, let's see here. Juan says 2-1 Pirates. I think that's is it. Maybe 2-1 Pirates. 2-1 Pirates deal here with Falter, left-hander. Maybe that's what he's saying. Pirates did take the widely reported steam here in this one up to about $1.50 or higher. I'll take the under as my play here on the show. Detroit and the Yankees. Man, this one has been the favorites. I mean, this I've not seen a game get hit this hard by sharps so far. They've been pounding the under. This is one of those that we're already seeing 6.5s at pretty much everywhere. I mean, where's the graphic?
Final.
I might as well update the graphic. I mean, it's 6.5 pretty much everywhere. Juice to the over, but nonetheless, this one has been getting hit hard with this matchup. Bettis has just closed out Osasuna 2-0. Why wouldn't it? I mean, Scooble, a 1.72 ERA going up against Nestor Cortez, 3.5 ERA here coming into this one. Tigers here at even money or so, right? I mean, that's what I'm probably more interested in here right now on the show. That's what I'll take. Yeah, you can get a little bit of plus money also here on the Tigers today. So that's the direction I'm going to go. Give me the Tigers here against the Yankees. You got Scooble. As I said, 1.72 ERA. The Tigers are 5-1 with Scooble so far this season. Tigers are also 10-6 on the road. Cortez, 4.13 ERA, 0-2 in his last 4 starts, and the Yankees are just 2-5 with Nestor on the mound. They're 10-5 at home and have won 3 of their last 4. But I'm going to take the Yankees here in this one. I'm sorry, the Tigers. And Detroit Tigers. For Thomas and Darren, give me the Tigers, and he might be on a nerfy.
Final.
Screwball has allowed a run in the first inning in 2 of 4 starts. Detroit, they've scored in 12 of 33 first innings so far. Cortez has allowed a run in the first inning in 2 of 7 starts. So, and the Yankees have scored a run in 9 of 35 first innings, just shy of 25%. So these pitchers definitely given up some first inning runs. But Darren, I know where you're going. You got good starters here. They can shut them down. And James says, give me the under. And Judge said he thought it was kind of, he couldn't believe it. He thought it was comical that or something like that. He was surprised, I think is what it was, that he was thrown out of the game. And these umpires are just so sensitive, bro. Why so sensitive, Mr. Umpire? All right. I'm on the Tigers in that one. All right. Blue Jays and Nationals coming in here with Alek Manoah. He's getting his first start of the season. Welcome back, Alek Manoah. The plan was to bring Manoah back. I don't know if he's, necessarily ready to return to the major leagues, given his numbers currently in AAA, not very good, actually, so far. But certainly he has plenty of experience here. He's got some pretty weak numbers in AAA so far this season, and is getting his first start here going up against Mackenzie Gore. Gore, pretty good numbers so far, 3.19 ERA. We know the Nationals been pretty solid at home so far, making pretty good money here. Just feels like to me, and with Manoah coming back for his first start, I'm going to be on the Nationals. I'm not a fade Manoah type of guy. I know we have a lot of fun with him, certainly here, but I'm not necessarily. I want to give him a chance to come in and pitch well, but 6.5 ERA and an 0-2 record in 4 AAA starts so far. Of course, he had the 3-9 record last year with a 5.87 ERA. So hope he kind of turns it around here. As a good career ERA, 3.32, despite a very, very down year and those numbers going up. But Toronto's lost 8 of their last 11 games. Mackenzie Gore 0-3 in his last 3 starts, but 3.60 ERA will take it. And I'm going to go with the Nationals here in this one today. And Thomas happens it doesn't happen all the time, actually, but it used to happen a lot more. I think replay, is allowing for that. And you know what? I've really come a long way on robo umps because I'm a robo umps now kind of guy, but I think the challenge system that they're using in the minor leagues is the way to go. And I think that's going to be the way to do it. You get more challenges in baseball because of balls and strikes, and you got 140 pitches from each team every game, pretty much. So I think you get like a handful of. It might be like 6. But if you throw the pitch and calls it a strike, you get a challenge. You might want to challenge it. They show it, and if it's you get it, you get your challenge. So I don't know. Next year, I think next year could be the year for. The challenge in Major League Baseball, balls and strikes. Juan says, give me Toronto, first 5. James A. I mean, it's already in all the, AAA. So James Avery on Washington. Doubles has a premium for that. R. Thompson on the Nationals. JD's on the under in this one. Fernando likes Gore to bounce back. I'm a Gore. I like Gore. Nerfy and lean to the Nationals here. For Toronto, they've scored a run in the first inning in 10 of 34 games. Gore has not allowed a run yet in the first inning, 6 games. Nationals, 6 first inning runs in 33 games, one of the lowest ratios in baseball. Ty Clinton here today. All right, keep it up, keep it going, keep it moving. Final. Angels taking on the Guardians here with Carrasco at home against Canning in this one. So Canning definitely has had some struggles, to put it mildly, so far this season. 5.28 ERA in his last 3 starts. Angels are just 2-4 with Canning this year. Angels have lost 3 of their last 12 of their last 15. They've won just 3 of their last 15 games. Carrasco's struggling for sure. 9.2 ERA in his last 3 starts. Guardians are just 2-4 in his starts this season, but the Angels are running cold, and the Guardians, they are just 2-5 in their last 7 games, but Angels, again, just need to get back home, take a breather. They've lost Trout on this trip for the rest of the season. They did grab the win in the first game, but Guardians came back and got the win yesterday. Here I will, in this one, I'm going to take the under, actually, with Canning and Carrasco, even though I'm telling you how bad these guys are as starters. Actually, I'm going to take the under in the game as my pick. Probably my not my favorite game here, but Cleveland is under in 7 of their last 11 games. And maybe some comments from you here. Doubles is on Cleveland. And Darren on the Guardians. Juan says it's simple. Take Cleveland. All right. And Fernando says, look at that total going down to the under. Hello, John Tate. Good to see you here. Uh, yeah, this one definitely took steam to the under as well, Fernando. So far, I saw the Sharps have come in on no fewer than, I believe, 7 games, moving these totals lower. If you look up and down the row, you're going to see most of the totals have moved lower again. It didn't come through yesterday. We already, told you on I was there on Thursday night telling you we were going to get a bunch of unders on Friday, and it went 13-2 to the under. I came back yesterday and said, watch out. I think we're going to get a lot of unders again. A lot of teams did go under their team total, but some of the games went over because a lot of teams exploded for some big runs against some day 2 pitching, if you know what I mean. Today is Sunday, and while this Sunday pitching card, if you will, is not, there's stronger pitching on Sunday this season or to come. Usually you just have, a sharper starting pitcher. You're dealing with the Sunday lineups, some more rest days on Sunday. Scores are a bit lower on Sunday. Those day games, the getaway day games. So you have a lot of pressure to the under today. And James Avery maybe take a nerfy here in this one with the Angels. Canning has allowed a first inning run in half of his games so far, James. So consider that, please. And also Carrasco has allowed a first inning run in 4 of his 6 games. These are actually some of the worst in the league, frankly. But I just want to recite them to you. I'm not shooting down any Nerfies or Yerpies, but anytime it's mentioned, I like to run over those stats. Angels have scored a first inning run in 9 of 33, and Cleveland, for all their success this year and that good record, just 6 of 33 first inning runs. Runs in the first inning. Could be multiple. All right. Michael Morgan, hi. Good to see you. John Tate, that was great for you to stop by as well. Think I said hi. We're going to keep it rolling here. My pick is on the under just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying there. Oh, no. Okay. Maybe the total's 8, though, is what Fernando was saying. So, yeah, 8. There is 8.5 under 20 at stations, but that's a long ways away from 8 over 20, 8.5 over 25. So let me at least, I'll put 8. I'll put 8. I'll just put 8 because I let I'm not giving away the side here. I actually have a premium in this game and take the under here though. I'll take it at 8. But yeah, it was 9 and now it's 8. So case in point. Hopefully that's why you're here with me on the morning steam. We got I don't know, we're approaching kind of a record high that first day. We had a great viewership with our comeback show, but we're looking pretty good here. Really happy to have you all here with me today. Mets and Rays with Severino going up against Pepio. It feels like a good pitching matchup. Severino 2.31 ERA, and he's been, I don't know, kind of feel good story. To a little bit, and I think everybody kind of believes. Maybe there are people who want to be doubters, and I don't know, maybe eventually it'll all catch up to Sevy, but right now it feels pretty good for Severino, and he's looking pretty good. So why couldn't he come in here and have a pretty strong outing? I would think that Severino I also want to mention, though, I will say that maybe the Rays are starting to look like a little bit of Tampa Bay Ray baseball. Maybe they're starting to pick it up a little bit. I'm going with the Mets in this one. I really maybe banking on Severino to come in here with a pretty big start. Pepio's got a 3.12 ERA. I mean, he's doing pretty well. I think for Tampa Bay, he's going to end up being one of their best guys here moving forward. He has just a 1 ERA in his last 3 starts. Tampa's 3-3 with Pepio on the mound. And for Severino, the Mets have actually lost 4 out of his 6 games, but Severino's faced Tampa Bay a ton in his career. 3.33 ERA in his career against Tampa Bay. 11 starts and an 8-3 record, of course. The Yankee Tampa Bay games certainly A lot of comments here on this one, it looks like, with Thomas. Going to go with the Mets. Here's Darren, maybe going Nerfy here. Severino's perfect so far. No first inning runs in 6 games. Pepio has allowed first inning runs in 2 of 6. Tampa's scored the first inning in 10 of 34. Mets have scored in the first inning in 8 of 33. Curvin, hello. James with the over here. And Ty says the Mets just aren't hitting enough, Ramon. What are you doing? Don't do it. Well, I do agree with you, certainly. And I'll tell you this I'm banking on Severino here to be the one, if you know what I mean, maybe where this game's going. Take a look. I mean, I have 7 over 20 listed there as the total. But, no, there's 7.5 under 25s. Okay, but there it is. Ray says go under. Doubles, I think, is here on the Mets. And Tampa Bay Bats waking up. And keep going next game. Let's go, Mariners and Astros here. Just fix my little typo. Okay, Mariners here going up against the Astros, and boy, the Mariners are getting a lot of attention from the cappers, from the talking heads today. It feels like in this one with Miller 2.22 ERA, people seem to have left the Astros in droves, and with Miami's Seattle's decent record here. Maybe that's why they're still, going to get some support, but it just feels like, that the Astros can start to work their way back in here a little bit. But man, just really big time support here from Seattle from what I've seen here today. I'm giving out the under as my play here on the show with Miller going up against Brown in this one. For Brown, he's not fared well right now this season. I'm looking for him to turn it around here in this one. The reported steam came in on the under. I mean, we are dealing with the 2 massive under teams this season. Miller has gone under in all 6 of his starts. He has a 1.14 ERA in his last 5 starts and is a 3-1 record in those starts. Seattle's won 8 of their last 12. Houston's just 1-5 with Brown, but the Astros are heating up. They've won 5 of 7 here. They've gone under in 14 of their last 16 games, have the Astros. The Mariners have, of course, gone under famously now in 27 of 32 games. This is 1 and an 8.5 here. I'm going to take the under. There is 8s. It's all 8s. Let me be completely transparent here. But again, it just reiterates what we've seen from the pressure today. It's 8 under 20. So really just almost a whole half a run taking off this total. So that's why they're free plays too, because they'd be premiums if I was getting a better price. Nothing I can do other than bet them early and not even give them out to you. Not give them out. I come on this show to tell you where the market's headed, to tell you, are you getting the best price if you like the under? No, you're not. You still might like the under, and be careful. You've lost a half a run. That's kind of the gist of what I'm doing here with the morning steam, but we're making free sports plays. You bet we are. Give me the under in that one. Check out Bo's video here on this one today as well. Bo was in there, I believe, with a video on this game and a couple of others, and Ron as well. Ron Crawford had some videos. Kind of like me. Hey, M. McCartan. Nice to have you, actually. Just want to say hi. And thank you for your comment as well. The doubles will have a premium. Mariners can't trust. Take the Mariners. Cannot trust Brown at this point. Yeah, whatever's happened to Hunter Brown might be back to the drawing board. Michael Morgan on the Mariners. James is on the under. Ty says can't score, can't win. And Mike says, look at that Brown ERA is just through the roof at this point. So Okay, and there it is. My guess is here. They also talking about that. Darren here going with another Nerfy. Hey, Astros are one of the best actually in scoring in the first inning. 12 of 33. Browns allowed a first inning run in 3 of 6 so far. Seattle has scored a run in 8 of 33 first innings, and Miller, as I said, perfect at 0 for 6. All right, next up we've got the Red Sox taking on the Twins. Here they come, the Twins, and man, the prices are going up here a little bit, but man, what can you do? The Twins are on this winning streak right now, big time excitement here with the Twins, 12 straight victories at this point. They're only 8-6 at home, actually, but who cares when you're winning games like this? For Ryan, 3.45 ERA, but a 4.63 ERA in his last 4 starts. And Boston, they've won 8 of their last 14. They're 11-7 on the road. You got Chris Well in here, who's pitched pretty well, 1.29 ERA in his last in 3 starts. He's 2-0. Boston's won all 3 of those games. Has gone under in all 3 of them. Boston's gone under in 10 of their last 14. They've won, like I said, they've won 11-7 on the road. I'm taking Boston on the run line here. If the Twins win it, I hope they do. This is fun, but I don't know if I think this price at this point of a 12-game winning streak looks like it's baked into the line a little bit. Ryan has not been when maybe he's been what we really know Joe Ryan is, right? And that's just, fine, mediocre, good to mediocre, 3.45, nice ERA. But Twins on the run, so Thomas going the other way. He likes the Twins to kind of blow them out here. So does Fernando. It's always me on the other side. I'm always Mr. Contrarian. They put me in here to, let you guys look good. All right, that's just I thought double. I can't do the price, and again, You guys are probably look. The Twins are great. I love what's going on with the Twins. I hope they win the World Series. It's terrific. But I just, I'm a guy who just kind of looks at prices. I don't even watch the games. Just kidding. I watch all the games, you guys. I'm not one of those actually. Um, Shout out to those handicappers that are on, that don't have to watch the games, right? I mean, they just set it and forget it, and they all have lives, though. Okay, here we go with the White Sox and the card. Oh, do we not know the pitcher yet? I thought we did know the pitcher for the Cardinals now. Yes, it's Matthew Liberatore. What was I doing? I must have been watching Australian rules football in the middle of the night here and forgot to put Liberatory. It's about $1.55 and 7.5. I'll keep that price up there. You know what? I didn't even put a pick on this game. I was hoping by the time we came on the show that the game would just disappear, I think is what it was. In this one. So let me just take a look, and maybe I have to. I think I had Liberatory. I actually looked at everything a little bit, just didn't have it typed in. I just forgot. It only broke a little bit. I think we knew last night, having read the reports, that Liberatory was going to be the guy to come in. It just hadn't been announced until just about an hour ago. We saw it come across the line here, and quite frankly, I like this game to go. Guess what, guys? I like this game to go under with Crochet against Liberatore here. Liberatore is definitely, kind of an opener here. He can work a little bit, but Crochet, I think the numbers for Crochet, look, expectations are there, but you're still on the White Sox, so you're under the radar a little bit, no doubt. But some of the numbers I think are pretty okay. Look, the last few starts have been bad. The numbers are bad. I'm not willing to, um, discuss that. I mean, I'm talking about the prospects of Crochet long term. I mean, he's got like a 10 ERA in his last 4 starts, and the White Sox, of course, are like 1-6 with Crochet. But interestingly, they are 1-6 to the under with Crochet on the mound, even though he's been, pretty bad statistically. He actually works interesting. He works decent with some guys on base. White Sox have kind of turned it. They've gone over in 10 of their last 14. But, St. Louis is one of those teams right now. They've gone under in 16 of 23. Gibson Liberatore. Oh, I don't have his numbers actually because I didn't. Well, because I think we knew what St. Louis's pitching situation was going to be here. If you pardon me, here's Darren on the White Sox. Cards team total under here for Mike in the first 5. There's a Nerfy from Curvin. You got St. Louis has scored a run in 7 of 33 in first innings so far. Crochet's been okay. Only one first inning where he's allowed some runs in 7 games. White Sox have scored a first inning run in 8 of 33. Fernando's going to go over here. Fernando's going against me. I'm going to write that one down, Fernando. Going against my pick here. Actually, I do like this under here. Fernando's got the over, and with all due respect, my man, you are the man as far as I'm concerned. Just got a disagreement on this one. It's just one game. We're not going to argue about it like those other channels. Okay, here we go. Brewers and Cubs in this one. And we've got Peralta. This is another one. Look at this total, you guys, here. And got some college baseball steam coming in if anybody's interested. Okay, we got Freddie Peralta going against Javier Assad here, and look at this total, man. This is the one, 6.5 right now on some of these. I know I reported to you earlier that Yankee game. I thought that one had I thought I saw a 6. Maybe it was this game, but nonetheless, I'm seeing mostly 6.5s here at this point. I'm going under in the game, even with the 6.5. I think cappers are going to kind of be on the Brewers today, but check out Bo's video on this game. I think it's important to see. Check it out here on the channel there. Want to mention the Yankee game. The Yankees are on the move right now. I don't know if we have the Detroit report on who's in and out of the lineup, but the Yankees look like they're on the move. Hasn't been steamed just yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get the notification. Yankees taking some action here. So for Peralta and Assad, I would say the numbers are pretty decent for these guys, and you see that total just so low right now. These teams aren't necessarily killer under teams at this point, so I don't know what I still like the under. Let's be clear on that. Peralta has a 3.24 ERA in 6 starts. Milwaukee is undefeated with Peralta so far this season. Assad 1.69 ERA in his 6 starts. It's been just terrific. Under in his last 4 games for Assad. Cubs have lost 5 of their last 8 coming into this one. They've gone under in 4 of their last 6. I'm taking the under here in this one with Peralta and Assad. Here's Doubles giving us that weather update. And Kerbin wants Milwaukee first 5. Don't forget, it's an incredible series here. Yeah, exactly. Darren's got a Nerfy. So got Assad. He's allowed a run in the first inning in 2 of 6, surprisingly. Cubs have scored a run in the first inning in 9 of 34. Brewers have scored a first inning run 11 of 32. Pretty good. And Peralta has allowed a first inning run in 1 of 6. Mike says both pitchers solid whip here in this one. The swinging A's coming out here. Tony, I better call them the amazing A's too. Don't forget 2002 A's club. Tony's been talking about them because they're amazing this year and they're just terrific. I like them here. I'm taking them today as a favorite against the Miami Marlins. I mean, why wouldn't I? You got Sixto Sanchez in there. Hopefully Sixto gets it going here pretty soon. 9.45 ERA. I believe in a couple of starts, 5.97 ERA overall, if I'm not mistaken. Here, Miami so far, they traded Arise. They lost 20-4. They lost 3-1. They're 4-11 on the road. The A's have a 6-game winning streak. Boyle, not great numbers here coming in, but the A's have won 9 of 12. They're 9-9 at the Coliseum, and Miami comes in having gone over in 7 of their last 9. But man, I don't know. This one feels like this one's already got plenty of pressure. Another one just one of these plenty of pressure to the under. And I think maybe here's the interesting thing about it. If you look at the matchup here with these two pitchers, because for Sanchez, 8.36 ERA, while Boyle 6.08. I think I misquoted the numbers earlier here. I might have been looking at the splits there. Sorry about that. I'm losing everything here at my age. Okay, here we go. But I just want to mention the total here on this one, because it definitely was higher, and you have two pitchers with very high ERAs, but yet here's another one where the totals dropped like a half a run. So I don't know. It does feel like the market would probably have it right over the squares here. A's just scored, a ton of runs. So, but are they haven't turned it around and are going to win the World Series or anything. Let's be realistic. I just have to think it's going to be a low scoring game. But I'm going to take the A's here. I'm going to take the A's for sure. All right. Hey, Focused One. So great to have so many new names here because we've got such a nice audience here. The show's almost over, but appreciate everyone. Man, awesome here. Looks like doubles is on the A's, Thomas on the A's, Dre's on the A's, Kerbin's going over, Darren's on the A's. We're talking A's like they're going to be the next big thing. And maybe they are when they get to Las Vegas. Who knows? So maybe, they'll get here. I believe they will make it to Vegas eventually. They will build. Look, this city's kind of crazy with these sports, and there's money here apparently. Leroy, we're getting there, right? Did we do Texas already? Did I miss it? I'm sorry. Thank you, Leroy. I think I just didn't have that in there for some reason. You know what? Maybe. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me fix that. That's a great call. Where's Latifah? Remember, she used to set us straight on all those, and I just went right by it. You know what it might have been, though, actually? That Daniel Lynch announcement as starter. So let me put it in here. Let me make sure I get the right play. I see it here on my sheet, so I just didn't have it in. And I'm showing $1.34 right now at Bovada. I'm going to call it $1.30 as a consensus line currently. Total 8.5 under, maybe minus 115. Looks like a total under is favored here with John Gray going up here against Daniel Lynch. And maybe that was just it. And I will tell you this. Let me make sure I got to backtrack a little bit, make sure I got the right call on this one. Because I'm pretty sure we're going where we've gone every single time. So I don't want to bore you. I don't want to trouble you, but we're going under here with Texas and Kansas City. I like it pretty hard, actually, to go under here in this one with Gray and Daniel Lynch here. I mean, the Royals pretty much playing out of their mind. Well, they've won 7 of their last 11. They're 13-6 at home, but they've gone under in 18 of their last 25. Rangers have gone under in 8 of their last 11. Gray has gone under in 4 of his last 5, and he has a 1.9 ERA in his last 2 starts. So give me the under here in that game. Thank you, sir. Hope I didn't. Hope I was still able to do it some justice here. Rangers for Fernando in this one. I mean, if anything, if you look at the Thomas Lewis units meter, might be a good place to start, right? Because you got Kansas City. I mean, that's where they've been getting it done. They're up 6.5 units this year. Rangers are just down a unit and a third or so this season, but 2 big-time under teams here this season with the Rangers 13-19 to the under, and of course the Royals 11-20 to the under. Gray's gone under 1-4-1 to the under, and Gray, pretty good numbers. Okay, thanks for that. We just have a couple of games left here with the Braves on the road here against the Dodgers. Still a big game here, but all of a sudden, uh, got Max Fried coming up here against James Paxton for the Dodgers, and the Dodgers won the first two games of this series so far to kind of establish a little bit of dominance in the National League between two of the best. Dodgers 22-13 coming in. Braves are 20-11. Yeah, Paxton coming in here with a 3.5 ERA. Max Fried has a 4 ERA thus far, but they're 5-1 with Fried on the mound. Take a look at Ron's video with this game. I think it's interesting what he says. Check it out here. I'm going to take the Braves on the road in this one over the Dodgers. They are favored. I probably wouldn't want to get involved here. Oh, here comes a lineup here for Detroit. I just want to peek at this. I think we got the players sitting out. Detroit on the bench today is Colt Keith and Kerry Carpenter. For the Yankees, they will rest Rizzo and LeMahieu. All right, back here real quick. Dodgers and Braves. I know I jump all around on those, but hopefully that's the type of information that we're here for on the morning steam. Braves have gone under in 10 of their last 11 games. I did a video on this game last night as well. So I'm going to take the Braves with Fried, 1.69 ERA in his last 4 starts. So after that sluggish start, he's really kind of turned it around here. Dodgers, like I said, they're 4-1 with Paxton. So Dodgers have won 10 of 12 in the first 2 games here. You know what? Braves. Just want to make sure that price. Oh man, it's up to $1.42 at this point. The Braves are a runaway favorite. It's just a free pick. It's not a premium. Trey's on the Braves. Thomas says hard to fade these Dodgers at this point. And Double says the Dodgers have handled them. Braves first 5 for Ray. And interesting, right? Yeah, interesting. Plus money at home. Kervin says, don't do it, Ramon. You got to take the Dodgers here. You're getting plus money. Cappers are going to favor the Braves here by about a 2-1 margin, the way I'm seeing it today. Fernando says he's going with doubles and going Dodgers. First 5 under for Thomas. And Gerardo is here. Missed the biggest soccer segment in morning steam history. It was like 5 minutes long. And hopefully we'll keep it up. And maybe even do better, get a little more in-depth. Okay, I'm on the Braves today to take one. They got to take one. Okay, Padres here against the Diamondbacks. I gave out the Padres yesterday on the network here. They rolled to victory. I have a video on this one. Check it out here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel with Waldron coming in here. I have a premium on this one on the total. I mean, Waldron, interestingly, the knuckleballer, statistically not great, but goes under every game. So what are you going to do with something like that? 5-1 to the under. He's got an pretty high ERA, 5.4 in his last 3 starts. Padres have lost 5 of his 6 starts. Nelson has a 5.17 ERA in his last 4 starts. He's gone under in 4 straight. So these 2 pitchers are a combined 0-9-1 to the under. Diamondbacks have gone under in 17 of their last 27. They've lost 7 of their last 9 games. So even though these pitchers are bad, the total, well, it's still 9.5 over 25, 9 over 18 at Bovada. I'm going to take the Padres. I mean, I did do a video. I gave out the Padres. Check it out. But I went with the Padres yesterday. It feels like when they've got somebody's number, they got their number. And I'm happy about it. And how about Luis Ariz? I talked about it yesterday. Oh, I already mentioned it on the show at the beginning. Braves. Diamondbacks for Ray. Okay, here we go. Almost done with the show. Here's the Orioles and the Reds. Darren went with the Padres. Thanks, Darren. Doubles with the Diamondbacks. I know I'm going kind of fast. I want to get off the air here and let everybody get on the air. Here comes the Orioles going up against the Reds here in this one with Kramer and Lodolo in this one. And you got, for Kramer, 7.2 ERA. Lodolo, a 6.8 ERA. Bad numbers for these two pitchers, no doubt about it. But Kramer has kind of calmed it down here of late. Last two starts, 2.92 ERA, won both starts. So definitely turned it around here a little bit. Lodolo, same thing, 1.85 ERA in his last four starts, and the Reds have won all four of those starts. So definitely these two pitchers have calmed it down and turned it around so far this. You know what? I was reading the splits again. Oh boy. Let me get it right. Kramer, 4.19 ERA. Lodolo, 1.88 ERA. Thank you. Okay, I knew that was wrong. I mean, Lodolo's had a fine year. Come on. They've won all four of his starts so far. And the Reds, 16-17 currently. While the Orioles, we know, still pretty hot, 22-11 right now, continuing to roll. But in this series, so far, the Orioles have won both of the games here. This one, though, still rated close. In fact, the Reds are a favorite at about $1.20 or so at this point. So I don't know. Seems kind of interesting, certainly. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm actually going to grab the Reds, and I'm taking to grab one game here against the Orioles. I'll probably be a little bit contrarian. I don't like this. I'm not too fond of this game, frankly. I didn't touch the total. Total was as high as 9.5 over 15, and what is it here? 9 under 15, I think. 8.5 over 20 now at Circa. So it continues to move lower here. And I would probably, I'm going to consider this one still here right now for a premium. Let me just lay off and let's go with you guys of my DMV crew with Dre going over here. And Mike, right? So yeah, I tried to get it. I tried to read it right, and I blew it. Leave Tony to read off the splits. It's harder for me on, I guess, doing it live and trying to, produce. So no excuses. And Fernando says the O's will crush them. Ramon, don't do it. Justin stopping by. So I'm going to grab the Reds for one day here as my free play here on the show. I think Orioles will probably be. I've seen some cappers, though, certainly on the Reds today. Some paid cappers, some YouTube cappers, and they are favored after all. Sunday Night Baseball is the Giants and the Reds. I previewed this one with Tony last night. You got Logan Webb here with a 2.33 ERA going up against Taiwan Walker. He had a rough outing in his first start of the season. He did give up 6 runs in 6 1/3 innings, but the Phillies did come back to win that one. Man, the Phillies in this lineup, what can you say what they're doing right now? And Harper's been great. Phillies have still gone under in 19 of 29 games so far this season. The Giants have gone under in 10 of their last 12 games. So are dealing with Sunday Night Baseball. You got a total here of 7.5. I can only look probably. Oh, I did a video. Please check it out. I did the video. That's what I did. All right. I might be ready. I might be ready for a nap at this point before the game start, it feels like. Stayed up and had some fun watching some. I'm going to have to watch that tennis match. It's in a while. All right. Okay, I'll get a play out to you here and we'll wrap up the show. What do we got? Did I even... All right, I'll just go with my play that I had on the video and go under here. I'm still considering a side actually, so didn't mean to hem and haw there. But Sunday Night Baseball, I might still come in with a side. I mean, come on, want to be involved in Sunday Night Baseball when you're on a roll. So doubles here was talking about the game. We are done. Ray's going over the night game. Justin stopped by here and talking to the Giants and. Doubles says the Padres are going to take on the Cubs with Darvish. He's back. He's off the injured list. I hope he's okay, though. All right. Thomas, I don't think Thomas got his consensus play from anybody. I think Thomas, that's your job now, sir, is to see what Team Steam does and reiterate if you see any consensus plays. I nominate you because, frankly, I'm so thankful for you here every day and commenting on every game and making a pick on every game. You pay so much attention to it, and I can't. So I've nominated Thomas Lewis, the official. I said I want to get a consensus. I want to figure out. I want to add it up every time or figure it out. And you don't have to do it officially, but just Thomas is looking for. He is our consensus man. He is in charge. You got OG Capper's consensus. You got Tony's picks consensus. You got Platinum Cappers. We need the Team Steam consensus back. Fernando, thank you. Doubles, thank you. Thank you, everybody. R. Thompson, it's always great to have you. And you're back. You're back. I'm back. You're back. All right. I've got surprise. 2 more things for you. A little bit of action here in the UFL. Let me see if I have. I think I might have some picks. I never made it on yesterday. I feel bad with Big Boss. Hopefully I don't think he went on, so I didn't get to put my plays here on the show. So a little bit of steam coming in right now on Milwaukee on the road in that game against the Cubs. Hello. There looks like the Brewers are moving a little bit. Also, some big time steam here. Cleveland under. We gave that one out already. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here, but let me see if I got those UFL games here. Renegades and Panthers. I thought I had it written down. Here we go. Renegades and Panthers in this one. I've got Panthers -3.5 and over 43.5. 2 plays for you there. And the Brahmas taking on DC. And they'll be building one of those big beer cup snakes, but I'll take the total to go over 43 with the Brahmas and the Defenders. I think those are my UFL plays here on the show. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Catch you tomorrow. More morning steam. You got, of course, how can you not have in our chat today the great Leroy Flood with us, and everybody in the chat as well, Ray and Thomas. And want to thank everybody here with Morning Steam. That's going to do it for me here on the show. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott.
Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funnel and these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning steam is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.